In this training, we're going to learn how to input a property and its associated expenses into your client's plan. To do that, let's go to our plus button and select the property tile. We have different asset types under properties. You've got vacation homes, rental properties, and then different other non-traditional property types. For this example, we're going to do a primary residence for our clients, and I'm going to give this a property name, main residence. This is a joint tenancy. The market value is $850,000 for this property. They bought it at a price of $780,000. This is not a future purchase. However, if you did want to model a property that your clients are wanting to purchase in the future and they're wanting to see how that might affect their plan, that would be when you would use this option. As an aside, just remember that anytime you see these dotted lines in your software, this is a notification that there is inline help, and so you have additional videos and information in here as well as linked articles that give you some additional help in here in case you're getting stuck or we want to learn more about properties and how you can model different things in Voyant. Our growth rate here is coming from your plan settings, and that's going to be how this item grows within the plan year on year. And then in timing, we have this property already existing in the plan and it's not going to be sold until the plan ends. If you did want to model the sale of the property, say they wanted to purchase a new property or downsize, you would just select a different event on the timeline, set that as an end event, and then the property would liquidate within the plan. As it is, I'm going to keep the property in the plan throughout the lifetime of the plan for now. I'm going to go to our linked debts section, and we're going to link an existing mortgage to this property. It is important to link the mortgage to the property rather than entering it as a separate expense. And this is so that if you ever do sell this property, the software will know to remove that debt from the plan and pay back this mortgage out of the proceeds. So let's go ahead and put this mortgage in the plan. Enter the interest rate. And if you don't know the exact payment amount, if you have the payment duration, the software will be able to figure out the payment amount based on your balance, interest rate, and payment duration. You'll need to state whether or not the interest is tax deductible. Click Done to save this. And then if you have any additional linked expenses that are associated with this property, such as HOA fees or taxes, you can enter these here under linked expenses. I'm going to do that here. So let's do HOA fees. These are for this home $350 monthly, and we're going to click Done to save. One other, and those are going to be taxes, property taxes. Those are $6,000 annually, and they are tax deductible. We're going to click Done to save those. Under linked income, I'm going to come back to those on another video, but these are great when you have a rental property that is income producing. So that is another option that you have here. I'm going to click Done to save that. One other thing I did want to point out to you is in this assets by type pie chart, we also have the ability for you to review the value of your client's assets, and you can see non-liquid, qualified, and taxable. So let's go into year view. Look at expenses, and you can see now we have the HOA fees, the mortgage on the home, and the property taxes. And if you wanted to see what we're using to fulfill those expenses, you can just click on that expense and see the payment source. You can go to the property tab and see the end of year value for the property after the growth. You can see the linked debt and how much equity they have on that property by the end of the year, and you can even go to the debts section and see how much they've paid down on that property and the end of year balance on that debt, and you can see the interest rate. And you can use your slider bar to scroll and see when they are estimated to have that property paid off. And you can even scroll over here and use the drop down and use your debts tab and see your debts chart as well. I hope that this has been helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to your support team by clicking the name of your client in the top right, selecting Request Support, and entering a question into the text box and share client access. Thanks for listening.